For our first story, we have my husband, 40 male, is mad at me, female 38, because I wanted to use the living room after family left for Christmas. I feel like this is ridiculous. So background here. I have stage 4 cancer. Diagnosed about a year and a half ago. My stepdaughter, 17, got her license a few months before I was diagnosed. As soon as she got her license and didn't need me to drive her anywhere, she has decided I'm the worst person ever, because I asked her to clean up after herself when she was growing up. Part of this is she completely ignored me and acts like I'm not a person that lives in this house. It's really great for my feelings when I'm literally afraid I'm dying of cancer daily. Keep in mind I practically raised her as a single glay mom and did everything for this girl when she was growing up. Took her to every single girl soccer practice, and now I'm not wanted at her games kind of stuff. It's ridiculous and not fair. So after everyone left our house after Christmas brunch, I wanted to chill in the living room and watch a movie. I didn't want to go nap in the room with my husband because he naps for 20 minutes and then lays there on his phone tossing and turning and making all kinds of noise while I'm still trying to nap. Well, apparently my stepdaughter wanted to use the living room as well. So now he is mad that I chose to take my space and use the living room that I pay half the rent for. And I wouldn't give it up for a 17-year-old that walks around here treating me like absolute crap. We are now in a blowout fight. I'm being told I'm being petty. That I'm twisting things, that I'm playing a victim. I literally just wanted to use the living room, and I am not sure why my stepdaughter's wants are more important than mine. That's the end of our first post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, currently have a family member with stage 4 cancer. His kids are unusually upset with him. I talked to one of them. Turns out they're just really mad at them for dying, they just don't realize it. Our second commenter says, they're not, and with stage 4 cancer you need a room dedicated to just your rest when you need it. Learn to speak up and fast because your body requires proper rest to fight and heal. Our third commenter says, sorry you are dealing with cancer and all of this. I hope the prognosis is better for you than stage 4 sounds. You didn't ask for advice, so I won't bug you with questions. Maybe you wanted to vent a bit, which is totally understandable. I do agree with you that it is a ridiculous situation. If you want to use the living room of your place, you should certainly be able to do that, and you should get priority over your stepdaughter since you're the parent and pay the rent. I'm sorry your husband didn't seem to support you. For our second story, we have my fiance, 26 male, kicked me, 23 female, 4 times in the chest. Why? We've been together for 6 years, and we were planning to get married in 2025. For years, I did feel that he actually loved me. But few nights ago, he got angry at me, but it wasn't the angriest he had ever been. I was trying to push him off while he was playing his games, and I don't know what, but something flipped and he kicked me hard in the chest 4 times even after I fell down to the floor. He never once asked me if I was okay that night. I know that it is not right to do that to someone else, but why do people do that to someone they love? Like, is putting your hands on your partner ever justifiable? I'm possibly still in denial, but what am I supposed to do now? I always heard about stories like these where their partners put their hands on them, but I never once thought it would happen to me. I know I should leave and I want to, but it's easier said than done. I feel helpless because I don't have anyone to talk to about it. Update. Never would I ever imagine that the internet would be so kind to me. I wish I could reply back to everyone, but do know that I've read every single of it. You have no idea how much your words mean to me, to have complete strangers to care for my safety in such a genuine way. I've moved out and blocked him everywhere, but he managed to apologize to me via email. He finally acknowledged what he did to me was wrong, but not without placing half the blame on me. He mentioned that he snapped because of those times I've tried to leave him. I can't lie that when I was reading the email, I almost fell for it, but then I remembered the words from the thousands of strangers on Reddit, "You gave me strength." As I'm typing this update, I'm at the hospital waiting for a scan. To clarify on why, I pushed him off. He was playing video games and wanted BJ, but I was not in the mood for it, so I pushed him off, lightly. He was not physically hurt. If the roles were reversed, I would have never physically hurt someone even if they're weaker than me. I am aware of the consequences of staying in an abusive relationship, but when these fears become a reality, it takes a while to fully accept it because I never once imagined it would happen to me. I knew him for 6 years, but I guess I never really did. I'm so sorry to those who read this and have to be reminded of how it felt for them, and to those who are currently experiencing similar situations like me. Please get out less than 3. That's the end of our second post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, "Cancel the wedding and get out before we read about you in the news." Our second commenter says, "Yes, you're in denial. It's hard to make a decision, but when you do, it will get a lot easier. Get a job or save money, and look for apartments or roommates." Our third commenter says, "Please take these comments seriously. Your life is in danger." For our last story, we have, "My, male 28, girlfriend, female 27, took part of my Christmas present. How do I confront her? Yesterday, on Christmas Eve, my girlfriend's grandmother gave both of us envelopes with money as a gift. I didn't open mine but noticed it contained a 50 note before setting it aside with the other presents. Today, when I went to retrieve it, I saw that my girlfriend had already taken her envelope, and mine appeared to have been opened. However, instead of the 50 note I thought I saw, it now only contained 10. Now I'm questioning whether I truly saw a 50 note or if I imagined it. I can't help but remember that my girlfriend sometimes feels jealous when her family gives me gifts during Christmas. How do I confront her about this?" Edit. My girlfriend is very money-driven. We share a joint account that we use for shared expenses like rent, groceries, and other necessities. However, I've caught her a few times using it for her own purposes. We both come from humble beginnings and have worked hard to improve our situation, so I can partially understand her behavior. That's the end of our last post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, "I come from humble beginnings, but you know what? I've never stolen Christmas money from my boyfriend and I am very money-driven. You need to have serious talk with her, but first, ask your grandmother how much she gave you." Our second commenter says, "Loudly thank Grandma for $10. Our third commenter says, "She is literally stealing from you." That's all for today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.